Hey guys, gals, real guys and gals, that is. It's been a while since I've done a video. I've noticed I've got some new subscribers up there. I appreciate you guys. Never thought that I would have like over 700 people pay attention to what I have to say, which kind of makes me feel pretty badass, you know what I mean? Anyway, so I kind of wanted to go over and touch base with a few things that are happening right now with the midterm elections and the state of the nation, really. So there's already, I guess, allegedly been attempts at cheating on the votes already on the Democratic side. I've been reading that there's actually people who are like Democrats that aren't letting Republicans vote. Like, you guys, our country's fucked. The Democrats have gotten in there and they have fucked us. And if you are a Democrat or if you vote Democrat, then you are either you live in a complete fucking fantasy world and refuse to see what is happening around the country, or you're just full of hatred for the Republican Party. One of the two. And you know what? You being full of hatred for the Republican Party is fine. You have that fucking right. But the reality of it is your feelings should not dictate common sense. Your feelings should not dictate on how you vote for the future of our fucking country. So seriously, like, any of you Democrats out there, and just don't even bring up Trump. It's been fucking almost 2 years since he's been president, and look where we're fucking at now. Seriously, look where we're at now. You know, it's pretty obvious to see what's happening here. Sure, Trump may have been an asshole, and I'll be the first to say, yeah, he was a fucking asshole. However, Trump also did really well for the country. And in comparison now, take a look at what's happening. Inflation's running rampant. We're sending billions of dollars overseas. We're printing money. We have fucking more illegal immigrants coming over our border. Our crime rates are skyrocketing. Okay, now you have Illinois passing this fucking Safety Act. Gotta see how well that does. So, I mean, in all reality, common sense should dictate that things are not good. And don't go wrong, things weren't perfect under the fucking Republicans either. You know what I mean? There was plenty of shit going on. But we weren't paying fucking 3 times the cost for a fucking bag of beans or twice the cost for a gallon of gas. We were under the Republicans, were we? The answer is no. The answer is no. And with the media censoring and all this other stuff, it's really funny, dude. Elon Musk got on Twitter and took over Twitter, and now there's all kinds of shit. Like, okay, for instance, let me use the one that Biden came out with just the other day that actually the White House posted on Twitter. It was fact-checked by Elon Musk. It's funny, the fact-checker's actually doing real fact-checking instead of just being an instrument of fucking, divisiveness and fucking confusion. So the White House says, oh yeah, well, I'm doing so good that I raised the rates of Social Security. All right, well, if you have any fucking semblance and recollection of how Social Security works, it's a set amount that is based on the economy, that is based on how much our money's worth to reflect in the cost of living, okay? So if the interest rates go up and the value of the money goes down, they're gonna jump Social Security up because the seniors it has to be adjusted for the cost of living. So if they're raising Social Security, it's because the cost of living has gotten higher. And while we know that the cost of living gets higher every year, it's just kind of the way things work, I mean, in most places, the cost of living gets to be a little bit more every year. We know this. Sometimes it drops down, but most of the time it rises. We just know with technology and all this stuff coming in, stuff costs more. We all know this. And that's valid. That's we can't do anything about that. That's a fact. But the reality is it's not doing that. We're not doing that right now. Right now, what's going on is there's hundreds of billions of dollars being printed and shipped overseas. And if you have a semblance of fucking 4th grade fucking social studies, you'll remember that when the Fed prints money, because there's nothing to back that money up except for the freaking OPEC and the stock market, when the Fed prints all that money off, the more of it we have, the less of it it's valued at. I mean, it's common sense. It's like if I fucking sold pot pipes, okay? And I had 5 pot pipes on my fucking table for sale, okay? And I wanted $50 a piece. I know it's really expensive for a pipe, but just bear with me. $50 a piece. All right. But right next to me, a guy has 20 pot pipes for sale. The same fucking exact pipes, right? But he wants $10 a piece. Why are his pot pipes cost less? Because he has more of them. That makes sense? Since he has more, he can afford to let them go for cheaper. Since I don't have as much, I have to get as much as I can for him, right? So me, I am the current economy. I have to get as much as I can because it's costing me more than I usually do to get it. The guy next to me with the fucking 10 pot pipes for $10 a piece is our old economy. Plenty of money, plenty of stability, plenty of access to material. That should really be simple enough to understand. We have had our energy industry attacked. We've had our oil industry attacked by the Biden administration and the Democrats trying to fucking force us all into this silly new Green Deal, trying to get everybody to buy fucking electric cars, which is just stupid, especially California. I mean, I say again, I mean, California has had trouble keeping the power on since I was a fucking kid. All right, I'm 45. Like, they still can't keep the power on, and fucking 40 years later, you know what I mean? So everybody buy electric cars, but don't charge them because we can't keep the power going for you to charge your electric car. But buy electric cars. I mean, do you guys see? It's literally, it's doublespeak. It's a reversal. Everything the Democrats project out there, it's just exactly that, projecting. Every time the Democrats are like, they're going to steal the elections, it's because you stole the elections. When the Democrats say crime's going to skyrocket, dude, crime didn't skyrocket under the Republicans. Crime has skyrocketed under Joe Biden and the Democrats right now. And if you can't see that, then you choose not to see that. That's the difference. People can see stuff that's happening and see it. I mean, it's right there. I mean, any fucking Joe Schmo could look at it and see what's happening. Any Joe Schmo knows that when I go in to buy a fucking loaf of bread, it's not $2 anymore, it's fucking $4. All right? Any Joe Schmo. Even the retarded Democrats can see this. But they refuse to acknowledge it because it's going against what they believe in. And what they believe in is that Republicans are a threat to democracy. I'm sorry. Republicans are not a threat to democracy. All right? If anybody's a threat to democracy, it's the clowns in the White House right now. I mean, think about it, dude. Just really stop and use your fucking head. Use your big boy brain. Inflation is fucking way high. And it started the day the motherfucker took office. Gas went up the day he took office. Within 3 months, we're fucking having a potential nuclear conflict with Russia. 3 months! Now we're literally looking at missiles flying at each other. I mean, come on, people. Do you really want to live in a fucking nuclear radioactive wasteland? Do you really want to have your kids go to school and be taught that they can cut their fucking dicks off and become women? I mean, is this what you guys really want to have happen for your family and your future? Do you want to be victims of crime, victims of fucking drug use, victims of, God, I mean, everything? I mean, I don't even know where to start. Sometimes it gets so confusing that I don't even know what to do. It's like, whoa. I mean, we have brains and critical thinking for a reason. And the critical thinking is this is not working right now, so let's try the other way, right? I mean, that's common sense. But unfortunately, most of you Democrats are lacking in common sense. You have hatred to the Republican Party. Like a good friend of mine, I'm going to spare her name because, you know, I mean, she's my friend and I care about her. She's probably one of the smartest people I know. But even though she lives in California, even though that she can't get medical attention right now because the California fucking insurance, public insurance sucks, she's sick. And yeah, she got the jab. Yeah, she got all the jabs. She's fucking boosted and vaxxed and everything. And she's having all kinds of fucking internal issues now, which never happened to be in existence before this jab. And I tried to tell her that, you know, and she didn't want to hear it because they don't want to hear the truth. They live in a fantasy world. You know, I compare it to a child, okay? Vroom, vroom, I'm a truck driver playing with my toy truck in the backyard. Vroom, 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 breaker, breaker. Oh, here's a cop coming. I'm gonna fucking Smokey and the Bandit him. Okay, playtime. Pretend time. I'm a truck driver. Okay? Well, the difference is most Americans don't engage in playtime. We don't play pretend. We have a daily life. We have a daily fucking routine that we have to stick to if we want to survive. If we want to be able to pay our bills. The problem with the Democrats is they literally are that child playing with the truck. They live in a fantasy world where a man can be a girl and a girl can be a boy. They live in a fantasy world where they teach your children at age fucking 7 that they could cut their fucking junk off and become the opposite sex. They're teaching sex to your fucking 6-year-old, man. Come on. I mean, do you really want that to happen? Do you really want to have your child growing up and knowing what sex is before they're fucking 13 years old, 14 years old? Even having a semblance of it? And not to mention just sex, but this transgender homosexual agenda that they're forcing on the kids. You know, there's been a lot of stuff coming around lately with detransitioners. Have you guys seen that? I've been watching videos of many people, and most of them have the same story. They were confused as a fucking teenager or a young adult, younger teenager, 12, 13. Well, do you remember being fucking a teenager? I remember being a teenager. I remember being confused all the time. You have hormones flying through your body. I was like, why do I get boners all the time? Like, why does this have to happen? Why? Oh man, why am I getting pimples? Why is my voice cracking when I fucking talk? It's called fucking hormones, okay? And it's all natural. And like with any kind of drug, because I mean, in essence, a hormone is kind of a drug. Hormone therapy, drug therapy, okay, you get my point. With any kind of hormone going into your body, it's going to create confusion, especially if you're transitioning from a juvenile to an adolescent to sexual maturity. And it's been proven now. I mean, there's a lot of fucking proof out there that shows that kids who are given hormone treatments at a young age, they skip puberty, and you can't get that back. You can't go from 13 not having testosterone hormones to 18 to making your decision about your sex and expect your body to catch up. You've lost all that puberty time. You're not going to mature. There's been lots and lots and lots of correlating reports about children who are no longer able to have kids. Like they're not going to have kids when they become adults because their bodies are wrecked. And don't get me wrong, like this whole thing about the sex change, I'm sorry, dude, you cannot make a fully functionable penis out of a non-penis, because if you could, then there would be no reason for Viagra and fucking other pills that give you boners, right? I mean, they would just be able to go fix the penis, but they can't fix a slack cock. So you're telling me that you can't fix a slack cock when it's a real cock, but you can make a penis that works? None of that works. All right. I mean, you listen to these transitioners, these detransitioners who realize what was going on, realize that they were lied to and abused, and they come back and they're like, oh, I'm fucked up. I had a double mastectomy. My breasts will never grow back. And now all of a sudden I can't have kids. My womb is barren. They fucking, chopped up my fucking vagina, pulled out some fucking shit from my intestines to make a penis when it's not a penis. It's your intestines. You know what I mean? I think it's intestines. Don't quote me on that, dude. I'm not that versed into it because it's sick and I really don't want to fucking get that into it. I just know that there's no way a man can be a woman and there's no way a woman can be a man. And if you believe that, then you're probably a Democrat. You know what I'm saying? And if you're a Democrat, well, you don't have you're not smart. That's just, I mean, not saying that I'm some genius, because I ain't. You know what I mean? I'm definitely not the smartest motherfucker around, but I'm smart enough to know that my cock means I'm a man. And that's saying more than a lot of people out there. I also am smart enough to see, and you're talking to somebody that used to be a Democrat. I mean, not recently, don't get me wrong. When I left California back in 2012, that's when I became a fucking Republican, because I saw what was going on with the state of California. So, and even Gavin Newsom, did you hear what he said? There's going to be a red wave, and we all know why. Of course we do. And it's because most of us don't want to live in this fantasy world. And the rest of you Democrats that want to live in this fucking fantasy Democrat-created war fucking mongering fucking high-cost hell are either fucking gay, transgender, or have such hate for Republicans that anything is better than a Republican in office, even if it means the fucking future of my country. That's real fucking smart. That's real fucking selfish too, by the way. I mean, it's obvious. You vote for the people that will make this country the best, that will make this country have have a chance, have a shot at everybody having fucking something going on. Because I'll tell you right now, dude, I'm doing a hell of a lot worse in the past fucking year and 11 months than I have fucking prior to fucking Joe Biden coming in office. I have not been able to save shit this year. Why? Because every time I get $100, it has to go on my fucking truck so I can drive to work. Every time I get fucking $50, I have to pay twice as much for my fucking food so I can eat, so I can continue to work. All right? I lost my fucking house. I have a boat I live on, thank God, but I also live in my truck. All right? And so you're telling me this is the way you want to live? You want to live like this? You want to live being disarmed? You want to live having thugs coming into your house and fucking making victims out of you? Is that really what you want to do? Is that really how you want to fucking live? You know? I mean, sorry, there we go. Is that really what you want to do? Because if it is, then fucking by all means, vote Democrat. Vote fucking Democrat. But if you want a chance for the future, if you want your kids to grow up in a sane fucking world, if you don't want to fucking wake up tomorrow or the next day or God knows when in a nuclear fucking war zone because fucking the Biden administration is just so hell-bent on fucking getting us engaged in nuclear conflict with Russia, then don't vote Democrat. You gotta vote fucking Republican or at least independent. Don't give the Democrats your votes. Anyways, I'm done. Rant over. Please use your common sense. All right? Put away your feelings that you have for Trump and Republicans and fucking look at what's really going on. Now, you guys who believe that girls can be boys and boys can be girls, you guys are a lost cause. You know, I'm not even talking to you. I'm not even talking to most Democrats. This is most people on my page are Republican. You know, you're a lost cause. You know, it's just you don't even count in all reality. But people, you guys got to wake up. You guys got to fucking really wake up before these midterms happen, because if you don't, then there's a good chance that we will not have a country in the next few months. You know what I mean? Because it's obvious. I mean, just look. It's really easy to see. Look at what happened during evil Trump, and look how well we were doing, and look how fucking shitty we are doing now under the Biden administration, the Democrats. It's black and fucking white, man. I mean, only a fucking retard can't see the fucking difference. Anyway, I don't want to fucking keep going on. I care about you guys. I love you guys, except for Democrats. I care about you guys because you're my country people, but God, you guys are fucking stupid. And I just really hope that a lot of you have woken up to the lies, the deceit, and the fact that they are tearing our country apart. And if you're aware of any of this stuff, please, on that fucking ballot, write R. Anyways, you guys have a good day. I'll catch you later. I'm going to get stoned on some Gold Member. That's what it's called, Gold Member. All these stray names crack me up, dude.